welcome back to the series. Today I have a short video about something that I have planned for later this week that I'm really nervous about, and that is going to the doctor's office. So I have an appointment with my neurologist on Thursday, and I've known about it for several months, but now that it's getting closer, I'm really worried about it. It's not just the actual seeing the doctor part that makes me nervous. It's the whole other stuff before that you wouldn't really think about. The door to my neurologist's office is really heavy, and as a disabled person, I have a muscle weakness, so I often struggle with the door for several minutes before I can get inside. And sometimes people come to help me, which makes me feel kind of strange because I don't know, I'm not really good with accepting help or thanking people, but also I do genuinely appreciate it, but I don't know how to say thank you. And if no one comes to help me, then I feel kind of awkward going through by myself because it was several minutes and I know that people saw me, so I get really nervous knowing that I'm attracting attention. But then when I am through the door, you have to go up to the counter and tell them your appointment and what your name is and all that stuff. And then they give you this form to fill out while you're waiting that basically asks you about your medical history since I've last seen you, where they ask you, have you been experiencing any of these things, or have you been outside the country in the last 2 weeks, or what new medications have you been taking, stuff like that. And I always feel a bit weird answering those because for some reason it just takes me back to being in school where I would get really nervous answering a homework assignment because I know that eventually someone would read it. And the whole time I was filling it out, I was thinking about what that person would think of me when they finally did read it. So there's that, and then when I'm done filling it out, I never really know what to do with it. Should I give it back to the person at the front desk, or should I give it to the nurse when I go back? And then if they give you a pen to fill it out, I hope that it fits on the clipboard somehow. Otherwise, I just feel so uncomfortable holding it. What am I supposed to do with this? Should I give it back to the front desk before I go in? Or should I wait until after I come out to give it back to them? Or should I just leave it in the office and the nurse picks it up? When they do call you back, I always find that 5 seconds from when you get up to your seat to when you walk back to be really awkward. I always think that other people must be staring at you or paying attention to you somehow because it's the only thing that's happening in the room right then. So that gets really awkward, and then right after, when the nurse is collecting your temperature and your weight and blood pressure and everything before she takes you back into the exam room, I never know what to do with myself for the few seconds or whatever for them to take your blood oxygen, or there's just that weird moment of silence where you're not really supposed to do anything, and I don't know where to look or if I should say anything at the time. It feels uncomfortable to me. So those were a few things about the doctor's office that I find to be really nerve-wracking. besides actually seeing the doctor, which is also kind of nerve-wracking. But anyway, I hope this video was relatable, and I will see you in the next video, which I'm actually gonna film right now because I'm a little behind schedule.